See this lighting setup right here? Took me a while to even get it to that point. Hey, what's up folks? It's the Methodical AAA. Of course, it's been a while. How have you guys been doing? Like, everything has just been crazy, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It seems like it's kind of getting better, but not to a significant degree. You feel me? Yeah, I don't even know why I'm making this video. I think I'm just trying to figure out shit for myself right now.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
So I personally have come to the conclusion that I suck at two things when it comes to filmmaking. Actually, there's a lot of things that are holding me back, so to speak, when it comes to being a filmmaker. But there's two things that I can pinpoint that I specifically suck at. And you know, I guess it's good to understand your flaws so that you can eventually get better at them. But right now, and it seems like it's been this way for the longest, it doesn't seem like I'm getting any better at them. Let me stop beating around the bush. The two things that I think I really suck at are composing a shot and lighting. I cannot compose a shot to save my life, and I can't light the motherfucker to save my life either. I think I've always had this problem. Like, looking back at my earlier projects, Teddy, I really do love, I mean, granted, there are a lot of choices in the editing room that I made that I don't necessarily agree with now, but the editing room, I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, clearly looking at the lighting, it's completely overblown. That's because I used available lighting, but I didn't use the appropriate amount of available lighting. I mean, the lights were just on, and I just filmed, you know. I don't think the cinematography is necessarily bad. It has that, like, you know, that indie quality to it. I'm perfectly fine with it, but like when I try to, because there's something that I'm trying to like put into development right now, when I try to like sit down and compose a shot, and lighting is just a nightmare. Like, there was a project that I was helping out on. It was really cool, but there was like this one thing that this guy told me. Like, it doesn't matter what camera you're using, doesn't matter what you're filming, as long as you light the scene well, it'll look good. Back then, I mean, I say it like it was like a million years ago, but like it was relatively recently. I understood what he was saying, but at the same time I was kind of skeptical. In my head I was like, come on, does it really need to be? After putting myself through hell trying to compose a shot and trying to light that scene, yeah, I believe what he said. Yo, I really don't think it matters what camera you're using. As long as the shot is composed well and the scene is lit well, it's fine. Like, I'm trying to wonder why it matters to me so much, considering that I feel like my strong suit is editing. There are people that will just completely scoff at the idea of relying on making something good in post-production. Like, oh, you're a fix it in post-production kind of guy. Listen here. Based on my understanding, Star Wars, the OG first film, Star Wars, was saved in the editing room. So don't even come to me with the nonsense saying, oh, you're a fix it in post kind of guy. Yes, I'm a fix it in post kind of guy. Like this music video I did. Bro, I edited that music video. You think it looked like that before? And listen, that's no disrespect to my guy Tony who filmed that. First off, Tony can compose a shot, so respect to him. My point is, I edited the music video to look like that with all the colors. Post-production can add something that in-camera techniques cannot. However, me being a wannabe filmmaker, I feel I need to understand those in-camera techniques and those out-of-camera techniques, like shit you can't fake with a camera, like lighting or shot composition, all right? Where you place the camera, that needs to look dope and the lighting has to be on point. Where like you can't just set a camera in front of your subject and hope for the best. And the thing that like really gets me mad though is college. I know, it always wraps back around to college. However, first off, I owe college an apology. Not a full apology, but an apology is due. I've come to realize that it doesn't necessarily matter where you go sometimes. It matters what your demeanor is going into that place. Like, you can't do something, completely suck at it, do the same thing in another place, completely suck at it, and then think, okay, so I'm going to this new place. If I continue doing the same thing, I won't suck at it there. No, I guess that's the definition of insanity. You know, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You see, I wanted to be that guy. You feel me? I wanted to be that guy who could go and just like have things happen for him with little effort, just because he was that guy. You know what? Like, you know what I mean? It's a really vague definition, but I'm pretty sure you can you have some sort of picture. I wanted to be that guy. I wasn't that guy in middle school. I wasn't that guy in high school. And I'm still not that guy now. But that's fine. Because I kept hearing, oh, college is where life starts. I guess I had it in my brain. Okay, I could just keep doing the same thing and things will just happen for me. Really naive way of looking at things. I know. Ridiculous. It's not like I actively thought like that, but in the back of my mind, I kind of did. You know, I kind of just hoped things would just fall into place without me doing the necessary legwork to get them into those places. You feel me? And my disillusionment with all of that in college, it gave me quite a bitter feeling towards my immediate surroundings in college, which led to me hating college. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not fond of college, but I am more understanding of the part that I played in my own unhappiness in college. So for that, I apologize to college. That being said, college was still some bullshit, because let's bring it back to the filmmaking aspect. I studied cinema in college. It was experimental film.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're
If I had to place myself amongst the students in terms of ranking our potential, I would say I would be amongst the lower ring. Think of the experimental film program as bossing say. Perfect example. From the outside, it's full of promise, but once you get in there, it's all just bullshit. There's the upper ring. Those were the Asian students. Every single one of those Asian students had the talent on lock. It was ridiculous. In hindsight, I wish I could have gotten some pointers from them, but that's just wishful thinking, because even me now, I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to ask someone, hey, how did you do this? Because that implies that I don't know how to do it. Granted, I'm over here making this video admitting that I suck at shit. So back to the middle ring. I mean, it could be either or. Me, I'd say I was the lower middle ring. I'm trying to up myself now, because I'm pretty sure I said I was from the lower ring. Now I've upgraded. I'm from the lower middle ring. Oh, you see, look at your boy leveling up. I need to explain these. I'm pretty sure I explained it in a previous video, but the experimental film curriculum, it was just, I can't think of a more appropriate word than bullshit. They would give you a guideline for what they want you to do for a project. You can interpret that guideline any way you wish. You could film whatever you want. You can cut it together however you want. It doesn't matter, because the only thing that I've noticed is once you show the film in class, the professor, like you're sitting down, like you're in the hot seat now, the professor questions you. Oh, I noticed you did this. I noticed you did that. I noticed this about the film. What does that mean? I noticed this. I noticed that. As long as you are able to sit there and bullshit your way out of whatever the professor is asking you. You could say, oh yeah, this symbolizes anarchy in our society. Use the word symbolizing until it loses all meaning. Bullshit effectively. You will bullshit your way into a good grade. I thought this was supposed to be higher education. How does that work? One of my most vivid memories. It was a project, I don't even know. I don't even consider it a project. I don't consider it anything. I really don't, because to this day, I am so ashamed of it. But I got a good grade on it. I'm getting ahead of myself. It was just something, because like I was home for like, I think it was like Thanksgiving break or something. And we had a project we had to do over Thanksgiving break. I filmed my room. I just walked around in a circle, filmed my room. Didn't edit it at all. Nothing. Didn't color correct, nothing. I just gave the raw video as a project because I didn't take it seriously. Like the professor was like, oh yeah, I noticed you did this. I noticed you did that. Why? First off, professor, why are you hyping it up, making it sound like I did more work than I actually did? Come on. I was home. I was packing to go back to college, and I picked up the camera and I filmed in a circle. That's what I did. And you're making it sound like it was some intricate detail put into every single frame. No. But I was able to bullshit say, oh yeah, I specifically chose this to put in. I placed this there so that I could examine yada yada yada. Oh, this represents blah blah blah. I got a good grade for it. I bring all of this up to say I don't appreciate having to bullshit my way into a good grade. I would have preferred if my flaws were obvious to the professor, as in my inability to compose a shot and my inability to light that shot. I wish those were obvious enough so that the professor would give me pointers on how to make them better, because I thought, you know, since studying cinema, or I guess more specifically experimental film, but whatever, the goal is to get better at this craft. But no, I guess because it's experimental, oh, the shitty lighting is supposed to represent the shitty conditions of poverty in our society. That's not even to say that all experimental film is bullshit, because first off, like I said, the Asian kids had it on lock, and there was a short film that was shown in class. I don't remember the title of the film, but I know, like, that was one of the best experimental short films I've ever seen. But like, that film is not representative of the rest of the experimental short films that I've seen, because the rest are just like, there was one that this lady made. I could have done that. Not even me now, I'm talking about then. I could be bragging like, yo, I did this, and now my experimental short film is being shown as an example in colleges. Oh yeah. No, that film was not good. I don't even know what it was about. But I guess that's what experimental film is all about. It's about, like, what did you interpret? And you might be saying, oh, you stupid, you don't use your brain, you fool. Oh, you too dumb to decipher the inner workings of the narrative. I'm all for interpretation, but there has to be some concrete idea that is unambiguous to everybody who's seen it. Any meaning you can derive outside of that, great. But there has to be one thing that everyone can agree is supposed to be the main focus of the film. This turned into a rant about experimental film, because like it seems like you could just do anything, and that's, I'd like the freedom to do anything, but I like to still be bound to the rules of film language. Like that dude said, you know, it doesn't matter what you're filming as long as it's lit good. I completely get it, you know, because film is a visual medium. You know, if the film's not lit good, if the shot is not composed well, it doesn't matter what message is supposed to be in the film. If it doesn't look good, no one's gonna want to look at that shit. It's same thing with a song. If it doesn't sound good, don't nobody care about that song. And I really wish I was able to learn that in college, instead of being put in a position where I had to bullshit my, well, I didn't have to bullshit my way, but it seemed like it was silently encouraged. Because like I said, the films that we were shown in class, not from the students, I'm talking about, like, you know, examples of films that we were supposed to emulate, I guess. But this is where the blame ends, because I'm out of college now, been out of college for a while. Yeah, there comes a time where you can't keep blaming the past. You have to take responsibility for the here and now. And that's what I'm trying to do. I don't even know why, like literally, I didn't plan this at all. Like I had like something in my recommended videos, 3 simple tricks to lighting a scene or something. And I was watching this shit and I was like, I would not have even thought of that. And I'm like, that's probably why everything I try to light looks like shit. And then I just typed in, I suck at lighting, and I came across this other video where this girl was like, yeah, I suck at lighting. I really don't have that big of an audience, but like I have somewhat of a bigger audience than her, but she has just kept consistent with like the videos, and she's just kept I'll put the link in like this video or like the description or whatever. But like, yo, she's just kept consistently doing like videos, and she's kept consistently like filmmaking. Teach me your ways, like for real. Like, how do you stay motivated to keep doing this? Because like me, at the drop of a hat, I'm like, well, I screwed up, I'm done, I can't keep doing this. I need to understand how one just keeps going, because that is the sign of a resilient person. Shout out to her, straight up. But yeah, that's quite literally all I had to say. Press the like button if you liked the video. I honestly don't know if this helps the video. I hear that it does. If you like the video, press the like button. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, and I hope everybody is seriously okay. I'm the Methodical AAA. Peace. And here's to better shot composition and better lighting in the future.